What's up YouTube? It's Nibros. We're back with another video. We are doing the follow-up as promised to yesterday's video on Pragmata. Rev says Desu as well. And yeah, let's just get into it. People have been very weird about this game. And you know what? It makes for some amusing content. So let's see what Rev has to say here.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So wouldn't you believe it? Another video about Pragmata, because people cannot stop talking about this game.
Nor
The
can they be
reactions
normal
to
about
this
it.
have been very polarizing. You've seen that across my previous videos. Some people are praising this game for not only being a fun experience, but also one that features a wholesome father-daughter dynamic between the characters Hugh and Diana. But there's also another side of this. A terminally online and very angry sect of people who are trying everything in their power to attack people enjoying this game and this father-daughter trope, trying their best to pervert it and make it into something that is just evil and gross. And you can see headlines from Kotaku urging people to start being normal about Pragmata. But of course,
which
Kotaku
is rich
was part of
considering
the
what
problem,
they've
making their
first
own
posted.
weird headlines about this game and joining in on the mob of people attacking anyone enjoying this game or the wholesome relationship between Hugh and Diana. But this game presses on. Millions of people have purchased this game now, and look at the Steam rating. Obviously, people are really enjoying the experience. And also, part of this discussion is the father-daughter dynamic that is inspiring some thoughts in people. In posts like this, saying if Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like having a daughter. She's so cute. Now, the reaction to this is, again, going to be very polarizing. And I'm going to focus on reactions from women. Some positive, but some very, very hostile and hypocritical reactions as well. Yep. Let's begin with a positive interaction from Shoeonhead, saying this: I cannot believe how effing mad people are at this tweet. Yes, this is what having a kid is like. It's also other not so fun stuff, of course, and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the quote-unquote bad and make it all worth it. People have been so blasted by anti-natalist propaganda. They lose their effing minds at anything remotely pro-children. I'm glad this cute video game is inspiring people to want kids.
Seems like a totally reasonable, and she would know, she's a mom. So, yeah, seems reasonable to me.
A completely normal reaction to this, and also addressing the unhinged reactions.
Like, look, being a parent's probably not all the wholesome stuff that you see in Pragmata. I mean, I'm an uncle. I've had to deal with my niece and nephew. It's not been all sunshine and roses, but for the most part, they're pretty cool. I like spending time with them.
Isn't it a good thing for the betterment of society to invoke some sort of paternal instinct in people, or even maternal instinct, right? To have a video game that is not only a fun experience, but something that is inspiring people or making them just think about the joys that might come with parenting. That, yes, of course, comes with challenges and responsibilities.
But you see, the people who, well, you see it a lot these days. These people who they impulse buy, they spend their money poorly, they go to Disneyland by themselves, you know. When people, I'm trying to find a way to put this, basically I feel like the people complaining about this are the kind of people who are still themselves children despite being in their 30s almost. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Of course they don't want the responsibility and the challenges with being a parent because they're still children themselves. Does that make sense?
But isn't it neat that something as simple as a video game can inspire someone to want something beyond just themselves. Isn't that a beautiful thing?
And that too, they're very selfish people. The people losing their minds over this. So, yeah, of course they don't really get it because they are the most important thing in their lives. There's no room for anything else.
Well, look at the replies. People
Do
saying,
they
I'm
outweigh the
noticing
bad
some
though?
veiled anti-Semitism lining in your reply.
What was anti-Semitic about that? Yeah,
What?
yeah,
I'm sorry, what? And then this person saying, do they outweigh the bad though?
yeah,
You
they
just
do.
seem miserable. I mean, if you really don't want kids, don't have kids, but don't start projecting and speaking on behalf of everyone. Honestly, at this point, I am just putting in a formal request for a shoe video on this situation.
We're probably going to
Not
get
only
one.
as
Yeah.
a person with a VTuber model, I am required to do some reaction to a shoe on head video, but it would be a very interesting one, and I'm sure her talking about this in a video would cause even more insane reactions, which of course can be farmed for further content. It's the never-ending content cycle.
It's the infinite
ladies and
content
gentlemen.
glitch.
But let's look at some other responses from women towards this original tweets. This individual saying, watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent and should not base your decision off of a video game character.
Which on the face of it seems reasonable, but that reply lacks any and all nuance or detailed thinking. Of course, people know that it's not all this wholesome Chungus stuff watching Diana play with things. Of course, people know that, but you know what? They're willing to overlook the rest of it and think, you know what, maybe all the rest of it's worth it for those few seconds. That seems reasonable to me. And having played with my niece and nephew while they were growing up, I can agree. All the nonsense I've had to deal with them since they're... Some of my fondest memories are still building Legos with them, or playing Running Red Rover with my nephew, where it's just him versus me, or wrestling around, or hide and seek, tag. Wasn't a particularly fun time for me because I was dying, but I hope that they remember those times as well.
What a different reaction from this individual who does not have kids versus Shoe on Head who does have a child. Completely opposite reactions. This one from the person who doesn't have a kid telling people what it's like to have a kid and being hostile towards the original poster. Isn't that interesting? But you can see
no, it's not interesting, it's expected
regarding this person, even their profile picture, because they're just giving everything away. This person,
your favorite ego with incredibly based opinions. Well, you think a lot of yourself.
and obviously, as you can probably tell, has an OF, right? They're selling themselves on the internet, and you can see, I mean, there's no coincidences, ladies and gentlemen. They currently have 666 followers, and right above it is their OnlyFans. I mean, is that not a sign, ladies and gentlemen? And this person is someone who says they have based opinions, and one of their based opinions is completely deleting Israel.
See, mango, watermelon, strawberries, or banana, delete one forever. Oh, that one's difficult. What do you think, chat? Mango, strawberries, watermelon, or banana, which one goes? I'm on the fence. I think probably watermelon or strawberries. I mean, both can be tasteless, if not very good, if not well produced. Never had a problem with bananas, and mango is my favorite fruit. So,
including the people, right? Which is pretty hypocritical coming from someone whose primary form of income is OF, which was at least formerly owned by the biggest contributor to APAC, who has now passed away and left behind a legacy of a platform that is predatory in so many ways, selling a dream of instant financial success the second you turn 18, selling this on to young
and the reality is that it's not.
primarily young girls who immediately join up on this platform the second they're of legal age.
Would you guys date an OnlyFans girl? I understand getting your bag in this economy, but I don't know that it's not something that I would like my wife slash girlfriend or significant other, sister or daughter or niece to be doing. I would not approve. But that aside, personal connection aside, I don't really have a problem with women doing it. I just wouldn't date one. What do you guys think?
And also, I mean, let's not even get into the lack of moderation in terms of illegal content on this platform. It is a disgusting one, but a legacy left behind by this guy right here, and also one that is supported by people like this who, well, I guess hate men, but still need them for money. Saying right here, actually the worst enemy of all women is men, while simultaneously begging men for money.
Yeah.
And if you go to their alt account, it gets even worse. They are basically projecting that people will not even pay $3 for their content, and that they're craving money, begging here, begging people to buy them a drink, and begging for pay pigs. Like, please, fellas out there, understand, women like this, they literally hate you. They
You know, if you need men's money, it's probably not the best idea to go around shitting all over them.
Literally hate you. You are nothing but money to them.
Yeah.
And they're begging for it. Your money is better spent anywhere else.
Yeah.
And for this person, again, it's ironic given their base takes that they support a platform that supports something they think shouldn't exist. In that case, Israel. But going back to their take, yeah, a terrible, miserable person here who is projecting very hard about this situation. And some of the replies are very simple. Yes.
Kangman Lee, I've seen him a couple times around. He's pretty cool. Yes, part of raising a child is allowing them to play and have fun. Are you retarded?
Part of raising a child is allowing them to play and have fun. Are you regarded? Like, that is really a simple...
I can say retarded because I'm not monetized.
...way to combat this entire conversation. I mean, why are you so mad about people seeing the joy of playing with their child and why they might want that in their life instead of chasing after money and selling?
Instead of chasing after three whole dollars just for showing your hole and losing all your dignity.
Yourself online. And there was another group of people, and you can see this post no longer available, but they were accusing the original poster of botting their likes. Because the original post has 19,000 likes, despite almost the entirety of the comment section disagreeing with them. And the original poster counters by saying, I like that you assume I must be botting likes because it's just not possible that perhaps that many people agreed with my tweet. Got some news for you. And then they literally prove this person right. Look at this. They have 11 likes on the reply to their own tweet. 19,000 down to 11. And that's on 7,500 views.
Yeah.
7,500 people saw this and only 11 liked it.
Like some of my best tweets, I'm lucky to get about 10% of the likes compared to views. So like if one of my tweets, and normally replies because Premium pushes replies, if I'm sitting at like 35,000 views, I probably only have about 350 likes, if that. So it's not even 1%. I think 35,300. Yeah, no, that's 1%. Yep.
Have more responses, more comments dunking on them than they do likes. This is not a very good way to combat accusations that the original post was botted.
And the bots aren't free either. I wonder how many $3 she had to get per time to be able to afford a single bot.
Of course, you look at any of their other tweets, if it's not getting 60, 70,000 likes, it's getting like 20. You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's what most people.
Everyone's ripping them apart in the comments.
Diana, no, rude
in their
signs.
future with this right here. Don't listen to this dried up future cat lady. Kids are wonderful, and unless you're a total basket case, you should definitely have a few. Yes, it's hard, but it's worth it. Your family did it for you for 1,000,000 times over. Pay the gift of life forward.
I would like to. I think I would make a pretty decent father. It's just not likely to happen at this stage. Unless something changes in the next, like, 10 years or something, I'm not likely to ever be a dad. And it hurts.
Hi, Dad here. This is what it's like raising a child and makes the difficulty and complications worth it. Based on your life choices, I'm going to assume your dad wasn't around to tell you that.
Yep.
And all of this just...
I always said the people getting mad about at Pragmata and trashing the wholesome father-daughter dynamic and whatnot, their fathers either weren't in the picture or they didn't have a good relationship with their dads. And I think it might have been because of them, not the dads.
Reminds me of this post from Mary Morgan the other day that I talked about.
I saw this and my first reaction to this was like, ho, shut the fuck up. Like, I could have come up with something far more articulate and reasoned and whatnot, but my knee-jerk reaction was like, ho, shut the fuck up. You literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically inferring that anyone who has some sort of a paternal instinct is either lying or is some kind of a predator down here. Anyone who wants to care or possess a child or take care of a child that's not a part of their own lineage is likely a predator. So if you want to adopt a child, for example, I guess you're a predator according to this individual who also claims that men don't have, or single men don't have paternal instincts in them whatsoever.
It's all a load of horse shit. Nothing she said is even remotely true.
Absolutely insane. And they got hit with a note correcting the record that yes, both childless men and women have paternal and maternal instincts, that they do in fact want children and care about children and have some sort of feeling towards children. They're not just...
That isn't necessarily that the vast majority of which isn't sexual. It's not. It's only the weirdos and freakazoids who do experience some sort of sexual attraction to kids, and they should never be around kids. In fact, I would say they should be in padded cells.
Just robots who don't want anything in their future involving children. But Tim...
That's fine. I mean, if you don't want kids, that's fine. But don't go around shitting on everybody who actually does. Or who might because of the game. Like, there's the evergreen line from GTA 5. I'm gonna quote it verbatim, but you'll see the point. Man, who gives a fuck if he's gay or not? The man is not married. It's his business. Leave motherfuckers alone. You can see where I'm going with that one, yeah?
Poole decided to strap in
Tim
and really
Poole.
Get all the brain juice out of there and come out with this horrendous defense saying Mary is correct in...
No, people are not taking a point to any extreme end. She's just wrong on the face of it, and there's nothing correct in what she said.
Tendency. I think people are taking her point to some extreme end. Despite the community note, I would still argue women are substantially more baby crazy than men, and that Mary is generally correct in her assessment. So,
women can be substantially more baby crazy than men, it's true. But her point is that men don't get baby crazy. Not unless it involves their own kids. And that's just flat out wrong.
So you're agreeing with the part where if a man wants to adopt a child, they're a predator? That's insane. And also, multiple notes provide links that show actual studies that men and women experience the same sort of desire for parenthood. Like, absolutely insane. I literally...
I've felt that desire for the last like 20 years, man. I've always wondered what it would be like to have kids for at least the last 20 years. So, yeah, you're wrong, Mary Morgan and Tim Pool.
I don't know what this game did to people. Again, with the Kotaku headline, right message, wrong messenger. People need to be normal about this game, and I think it is normal to see this dynamic and to have some positive feelings about it.
Yeah.
And want to have that possibly in real life as well. It is not normal, however, to absolutely seethe over this to the point where you're being a hypocritical lunatic who's trying to attack men. It's primarily men being attacked over all of this, and it's just exhausting. But it's expected, unfortunately, with the way the internet is right now. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, well, social media made people way too comfortable with saying whatever they want without being punched in the face for it. I remember one dude was like, "What would you do if I said that to your face?" I said, "I'd smack you in the nose." You know? Well, depends on what was being said, but yeah, the point is, like, if you're going to insult me to my face, you got to be prepared for a smack in the nose.
That's going to do it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed, please like the video, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and check out
I don't like
you
that much,
Rev.
Rev.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
My notifications are pretty much flooded as it is. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video as well. I'm planning on getting the game, and I've already bought a graphics card that'll help my rig run it. So, we'll see. Graphics card arrives next Tuesday, probably, so I hate waiting. But it's whatever. Nothing I can do about it now. Holy... that was... Okay, never mind. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Take care, everybody. Check out Poggers and Starforge, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good evening. Cheers.